Welcome to another edition of Interruption. I'm your host, Otis Smith. Today, my next guest is a legend in hip hop. He is one of the best that ever done it. And I'm going to read off one of his lyrics so you'll know who I'm talking about. The lyric goes, new but not a kid to be warned. If something's getting torn up, then I'm doing the tearing, not being torn. Shaping up to be one of the top vocalists, lyricists. And when you hear this, you shouldn't choke on this. Knowledge and the talent makes it valid. For me to get it patent, Dre, tell them what I'm rapping. I'm talking about the D, the O to the C, the
Hey,
doc. What's going on? The formula.
yes, that is the formula.
How's it going, man?
Oh man, I'm too blessed to be stressed, brother.
Man, I always listen. I listen to that song. I don't know. I listen to that song a lot. And today must be a Texas day, man, because my guest that I had earlier, man, was Hall of Famer Drew Pearson.
Wow, wow,
Yeah,
that's a big deal. Yeah, man.
and then
Hall of
to
Hall of Famer Drew
Hall
Pearson.
of Famer Drew Pearson, and tomorrow Catino Mobley.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm all up in Texas. So my first question for you, man, is how does it make you feel that now a lot of people are acknowledging your contribution to hip hop?
Man, you know what, bro? Like, for me, it's really a God thing. It's not a D.O.C thing. So, where I was young, I used to be all offensive at give
Right.
me acknowledgement. Now I really don't give a shit because it's not me doing it anyway.
Yeah.
It's just me doing it. I'm just trying to walk the right path and feed my kids, man.
He's the king, man. He's the king of kings. And I saw an
So,
interview that you did, and now I get it in the Getting Funky video when you were standing by and the thing said King of Kings, Lord of Lords. And so you were paying homage to the Father and not necessarily you saying you the King of Kings. So
yeah.
I saw that interview, man. So when I said, oh, that's my man. That's my man.
Well, that's the way it started out anyway. But by the time the kids kept telling me I was the king of kings, I started thinking, well, shit, maybe I am the king
Baby,
of kings.
I what was the vibe like for you when you were penning those lyrics when it was yours, whether it was Easy's, whether it was Dre's? What was the vibe like for you to come up with some of the dopest lyrics that we've ever heard?
Well, I was surrounded by when I got to California.
Right,
I was surrounded by really talented motherfucking people. You know what I
right,
mean? And
right.
watching this documentary called Hitsville. And if you've ever seen the documentary, the 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 the, the relationship between Smokey and Barry Gordy is a
Right.
lot like Dre, you know,
Okay.
trying to prove to the other guy what dope is, and then
Gotcha.
you add you to that. And so it was just a lot of really creative people fucking around, you know what I mean? And so that's how we got the best out of each other. We was just trying to keep up with one another.
So it was health. If, I don't even want to say healthy competition, but it was more y'all. You all inspired each other. So,
No, it was not the competition
oh, it
because
was
I
healthy
want.
competition. Okay.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Now, it was all with love, but I
Right.
wanted to dig in their ass though. Yeah, I wanted to
Right.
get that ass.
Right. You wanted to let now this. Let me ask you a quick. So, was it one of the scenes that the movie portrayed? Was it like that? Like when you guys were in the studio and it was like, look, only your best stuff is gonna make it on the album. So don't come with no. If you gonna come strong. Or don't come at all.
That's right. That was it. Real deal Holyfield. Like,
Okay.
and one thing you don't want to do is because you got about 10 seconds to get motherfuckers' attention. After that, you're gonna get clowned by everybody. And so if you ain't ready, it's best to just chill out.
Okay. Okay. You ain't have so in other words, you ain't have time to warm up. You when we say go, you better be ready to go.
That's it. That's it. By the time we got, and by the time we got to death row, if we said go when you was no good, you probably got beat up.
Yeah, I heard them stories. I heard them stories. When you what were you guys like at that age, far as artists? Like what were you like? What was, because as a fan, we sit back, right? And we think everything is good, everything is gold. We don't know you guys, personally, but we're just a fan of the music. So what were you guys like as artists, um coming in, making a historic album?
Bro, we was just kids. We didn't know. No, nobody knew shit. I think Easy was the only guy that really understood it was a business and
Okay.
was taking and was taking care of his business. Everybody else was just trying to make records that was gonna make motherfuckers go wow and damn and
Yeah. So, what is the formula for DOC style?
So when I when I was coming up,
Okay.
right, it was about four, five artists that I really liked.
Okay.
I thought that they was I thought that they was originators, they was trendsetters, they was people that when they started rapping, either you can't do it like they do it,
Right.
or when they started doing it, everybody started trying to do it in that way. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay.
And Rakim is one.
Oh, that's,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
high energy, high energy is Run.
Okay.
Uh, Flowing with the wisdom is KRS.
Oh, wow.
Sense, Sense of a Rich Man is Slick Rick. And
Wow.
knowledge in the rhythm is Rakim. And those are the four guys that I patterned myself after when I first started to build my formula. So that was me just trying to tell motherfuckers how I build my shit.
Oh, that's dope, man. That's the way you broke that down in the rhyme and just explained it, because I'm a fan of Rakim's too, and I think one of the dopest uh lines he had. Remember, he said he descend into the paper like he was ink. He's trapped
Yeah,
in between the line, but he didn't
yeah,
escape until he finished the rhyme. And what was
yeah,
crazy about it, he just said it and then moved to the next thing. You're like, hold on,
yeah,
wait a minute, wait a minute. I know you didn't just say it. Play that back. And
bro.
that's kind of
He,
how I felt about you listening to. It was like, hold on, man, go back. I know he didn't just drop something and we just missed it.
when that dude dropped, I ain't no joke. I was really just, I was in a, see, because me, it's all about the healthy, it's friendly competition.
Right, right.
From that moment on, I was out to get his ass. I had to get him. You know what I mean? Because nobody, to me,
Hmm.
nobody was better than him. And to me, and still to this day, it's something about Rakim that makes me acknowledge him as the dude that really pushed me to be whatever the fuck I ended up being. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're similar in age. I'm 49, and you're right. Rakim, he became the paradigm shift.
Yeah,
He shifted from the way Run DMC and the people before him, and even LL, because he had a different style, was very melodic, but yet he was dropping so much gems. Then
yeah,
he birthed out the rest of you guys.
yeah,
Uh,
man. No question about it. Between him and Slick Rick, that they are so original in their delivery when they first came. There's
right.
no way you can do them and people not know that's them.
Correct. Correct. When you mentioned, when I think about you in that sample of the formula, and let me know if I'm way off or you never thought about it or whatever. But I kind of, as far as rap is concerned, I kind of felt like you were as far as musically style, you were kind of like Marvin Gaye. In a
I,
in a huh?
I take that. I 1000%.
because it was even getting fun. It was melodic, your voice, but you were saying something at the same time, just like Marvin Gaye would do with his songs, but he's saying something at the same time. So I always
Yeah,
felt like you were and man, you guys had us here in the ATL, man. Man, you guys were that music was so good in '89. That was my senior year in high school. Man, we played nothing else. That's all we played. Well, until you had to go get your girl, then I got to put some R&B in. But,
yeah,
but when you rocking with the fellas, man, we played you guys. Remember back in the day, you keep playing it to the tape bust, then you got to
yeah.
go buy. Then you got to go buy it again, and that's
Funny
what you
you
guys
say
did
that
for us.
because when we was making that music,
Hmm.
nobody's music really turned me on the same way as the music we was making until the Dungeon family came. They
Oh,
had a
yeah.
similar kind of whole vibe to the element that reminded me of what we was doing because it was street, but it was still radio friendly and worthy of. And the way 3000 and Big Boy and really Goody Mob, all them boys was coming off was so authentic to who they were. And me being a country boy anyway,
Right.
I was stuck on that. You know what I mean?
And see that's how I can tell. So, and that's what I enjoy about that music back then. You guys, when you came out, when you dropped your single, you didn't sound like the rest of the guys that were in NWA. You
Yeah,
didn't. You still had your own. And today you have too many people sound the same. You guys production sound different. Just like what you're talking about with Goody Moby and Outkast. The production. I even tell people. I said if you go back and look at Run DMC and when they came out, when Houdini dropped, Houdini production was totally different
yeah.
than nobody sound the same. And so
Even though it was being produced by the same sort of circle of people, they
correct
knew they knew how to produce the particular artist and not trying to produce a particular sound
sound.
that's gonna get played. Yeah.
So what when you had your accident and who was there for you? Who helped you get through that moment? Because you're going from riding high, and sometimes life throw you a curve and it come out of nowhere. Who helped you? How did you get through that process where you was trying to maneuver to the next phase of your life?
I, it's funny. I was talking to Dre this morning,
Uh huh.
and I just had something that really cool happen in my life. And whenever something really cool happened, I think about Dre
Okay.
because he carried me for a long time when I just when I was just fucked up on the inside. And
Right.
I took a lot of that shit out on him. Motherfuckers know that we didn't got into it. And
Right.
usually it was because I fucked up and went in on it, you know. And but the dude has been real solid to me for 35 years. And every time a blessing happened, I think about him because the dude carried me for a long time. But really, it was all of them: Snoopy,
Gotcha.
Warren G, and Nate, and Corrupt, and Daz, and Jewels, and RBX, and Rage, Dr. Dre, even Suge. Everybody
Right.
trying to help me, even though they was helping me, even though they was helping me by giving me some money so I
Mm-hmm.
can go get some more liquor or some more dope.
Uh huh.
They was still there for me.
That you know what? That's still a testament to you in what you gave the community. I'm talking about you're not doing anything extraordinary, but just being, who the doc was at that time, and
Yeah,
so that allowed people to say, "Hey, man, I gotta, hey, that's my boy. We gotta ride with him. We gotta help him through this. And so it's funny because you never know who's looking, you never know who's watching, and sometimes, we don't even know the contribution or the seed that we're planting in other people's lives.
yeah,
And when it was time for you to have a need, they were there for you, man. So
yeah.
it's a testament, man, of who you are and what you given us, man, as a community.
So I'm not through yet. Like I just I can honestly say over the past year,
Mm-hmm.
I'm really just getting back in my zone where I feel like that nigga, and
Okay.
so
Okay.
I, I wouldn't be surprised over the next 2, 3 years that same nigga show up somewhere.
Hey man, we would love to get some more new stuff from you. I mean, I'm talking about whether it's music, whether it's acting, whether it's your own whatever platform that you're on, man, that you will be on, man. We love to see. I root for my people that's authentic, and you've
Yeah.
always been, authentic. Um, what what type of music does the DOC listen to? What type of music does the doc listen to?
I don't listen to a lot of music.
Okay.
You know, maybe I catch a vibe. I want to listen to some old shit. What? Okay, you have to let me get through, but Biggie. Give me 5 minutes, okay? Come say hi to the people.
Hello.
See, this dude want to be on TV bad.
That's all right. Hey man, hey, the show is interruption, so he's interrupting interruption. It's all good, brother.
I'm doing a podcast. Cool. All right. So,
So you say you don't listen to that much? Well, the
yeah,
reason I asked the question just to give you some context is because a lot of times people think that when you're talking to someone from hip hop that that's all they listen to, and so don't realize as a artist you could be inspired by any other type of music. So I was just curious to see, when you listen to something, what type of music do you listen to outside of hip hop, or if it's just hip hop?
yeah, I might catch a vibe and listen to the Barge or listen to some Otis Redding or some, Al Jarreau, some Stevie Wonder. I go back to them days with it. Shit, I might even go back to some Bobby Blue Bland and,
Uh oh.
you know, because I'm an old Texas boy, man. I was raised up on the blues, and so,
Gotcha. I'm
you
the same here, man. I found out I got old one time, man. I saw your boy Snoop was on. He was hosting the BET Hip Hop Awards, and I'm looking, and I don't know nobody but Snoop. I had to look at my daughters. I was like, "Who is that?" Oh, that's Weddy Fob. That's what I was like. Who? And
that's
I looked up. I was like, I done got old. When did that take place?
that's little PP dad. You don't know little PP. That's Big Boo Boo dad. You don't know Big Boo. I don't know a motherfucking thing. I want them all to win though. I
Yeah,
want them all to win and be happy with their money and do whatever they feel like they gotta do. As
yeah, but
long
huh.
as long as they can, what my beef is today
Okay.
is we not at the point where we can understand that this whole thing that we got
Mm-hmm.
is our money.
Uh-huh.
And if we handle it the right way, it's enough money for everybody to get a lot of money and win. You
Yeah.
know, we don't have to be so adversarial to one another. It ain't
Right.
got to be about killing this dude, because it's
Right.
enough.
It's
You
enough.
know,
Yeah.
like I tell the dope boys, it's enough dope fiends for everybody, bro. You don't have to kill that man behind some any bullshit, right?
Right.
And I'm telling you to put your gun down. I'm just telling you to aim better, because your aim is fucked up. You're doing it the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Make better choices. We
Yeah,
not
man.
not
Real.
understand that greed is crazy, like you said, because it's enough money. The fans, especially, go ahead.
No matter what you're doing, it's enough money.
It's enough money.
As a matter of fact, it's all symbiotic. It all works together. The dope game supports the titty club supports the hip hop music supports the dope. Gets all a big circle. And if it
Yeah.
all work together and you put all of that money back into the motherfucking hood, could nobody tell you shit. And if you work together, you can get the motherfucking laws out your system. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's ways that you can do shit, but you just saw Judas and the Messiah. You saw that movie. There's too many Judases for niggas to get their shit together. You know what I mean? Too many niggas worried
Right.
about what they putting in their own pocket instead of what we could all have if we
Yep.
just do shit right.
It's always having that 100% of nothing instead of having a piece of something. Or people don't believe. Some people don't believe that you can be part of something that's greater than you. Some people just stop with themselves. Like, what's greater than me? And it's
Right.
like, yeah. So you're right. It's enough out here without the killing, or even in the rap game, got to dog somebody else out.
Yeah,
It
man. Now look, I don't mind you talking shit,
Right,
but I don't like it's healthy. We've always done that.
right. That's
But
hip hop.
but you niggas going from regular, hey, I'm on the thing. But you these boys is going from talking shit on record to
Right.
wanting to kill a nigga like what kind of shit is that? Like that's
Yeah.
crazy.
You guys don't understand, man. That stop trying to emulate something that you've seen. Because you're not really about that life. You know.
Man, fuck that life. Get some of this money and sit your ass down somewhere,
Okay.
raise your goddamn kids and
Yeah.
quit bullshitting. Cause you don't have to do it. If you
Right.
doing it because you want to do it, because you just feel like I'm just that motherfucking, then then the universe will deal with you.
Yep.
The universe deal with you. But I feel like there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that ain't nobody telling them, nigga, you ain't gotta do that shit.
You
Let's
ain't
get
got
this
to do it.
money. Yeah, you ain't gotta
And
do
I'm glad you went down that road, man. Because when people see this, to understand, like, man, you got to make smarter choice. I always tell people, like, Doc, like, I'm a grandfather, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a grandfather, right? And I tell people I'm comfortable in my skin. That's what's cool, to be
yeah,
able to evolve as you go in your life. You can't keep staying that guy that you were when you were 18, 19, 20, because
right,
at some point, that's not what your wife need. That's not what your kids need. They
that's
need
right.
an evolution of you. And I think some of our people, man, like what you said, they still trying to be that dude who they were. Like, dude, you gotta evolve.
Yeah, my nigga. That's real shit. But I think we coming into a period of time
Hmm.
where we really we gonna get it. I
Yeah.
feel really hopeful that I mean, cause where else is it? Like once you killed all the niggas, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck? So it's got to be some greater out there. So I feel like once you and trust me when I tell you this,
Hmm.
all the power is in the streets. Like black folks, period.
Yeah.
All your power is in the street. You just don't know it because you don't like them. You don't like what they're doing. But that's your motherfucking army. That's where all your disposable income is. If
It's
you got the motherfuckers on the right page, y'all motherfuckers can be the shit that you can't change them into who you are. I'm
mm-mm.
talking I'm talking about the people that's living at a certain level that look
Nah.
down on these niggas because they doing what they doing. But you're not looking down on Johnson& Johnson for selling you that shit they trying to put in your arms and shit.
Right.
So it's really just perspective. And we really have to come up on the perspective that it's us. We have to we gotta save us because
Right.
nobody else do.
Right. It's just like, yeah, it's a family. It's just like with your own individual family. You got to stick together first before you can do anything else.
Yeah.
So I agree with you wholeheartedly. What in today's time, what inspires you?
My kids, bro, my children, and like I'm in a stage of the game where I'm in a God kind of space. I've had my revelation. I
Mm-hmm.
understand why I had to walk this path.
Mm-hmm.
I, I understand the reasoning behind it. I understand the will, that it was his will, not mine. And he chose me because I was the nigga that can handle it. And
Right.
obviously I'm that nigga because I made it through. I got my mind
Right.
back. My heart is still strong. I'm still fast and pretty like Ali. Nigga, I can still do it. And even with a raggedy voice, I can still be one of the coldest motherfuckers to ever do some shit. So, I think it's a God thing, man. And and I'm gonna let His will be done.
You answered my last question. And what the question was everything you've been through, you know, what got you there? And you just said it. It's a God thing.
That's
You had
it, bro.
you had to take the path. Man, no, you know what? It's a Texas thing today, man. Because Drew Pearson told me, Hall of Famer Drew Pearson told me, um, he said he lives by Jeremiah 29:11. And that scripture is talking about basically just going through and leaning on the Lord and having the great expectation of his will for your life.
That's it. That's it. Because whether you want it to be or not, that's what's gonna happen. His
Yeah,
will. You know what I mean? But I understand that there's purpose in everything. And once you get to a spot, see, that's what's wrong with the kids. They living with no purpose. They just
right,
aimless. They just think that being on TV, having some money, swinging your dick, or showing your ass,
right,
that's life, you know.
right,
And that's a bunch of bullshit. There's no purpose in that other
right,
than your ego, other than you serving your ego, which
right,
is not your motherfucking amigo. Once you find a purpose for your life, then everything you do is gonna get a whole lot better, and it's gonna get a whole lot easier. And whatever the fuck you want to do, this shit is gonna happen for you.
that but why like
Put
you
your
said,
drawers on. Okay, well, put your drawers on. What's wrong with you?
oh, being a daddy don't never stop.
I love it.
I know you do, man. Well, I know you pressed for time, and I appreciate you blessing us with your presence. Um,
People, hello.
hey, what's up, dog? I wanna when you get some more time, kind of settle down. I want to see if I can make happen have you on the show with the OG J Prince.
From Houston.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We interviewed him a couple of months back, and I want to see just have a conversation with the both of you guys, on the podcast and get each, guy's perspective.
I've never met Jay Prince. I got tons of respect for him. But I need to know him. I know
Right,
that.
right.
You know what I mean? So I'm with it.
Okay. Well, once again, man, stay who you are, stay true to yourself, stay blessed, and stay safe out there, man. And we
Thank you.
love you, man. And thank you for coming on the show.
I appreciate you, brother. God bless.
Peace.